Hello and welcome to this channel. This is the Eradicator, and in today's video we are going to do our review of the patch. This is the 3.5 patch review. This is something that I started with 3.4 and I decided, why not continuing it? So I am going to break down step by step this patch and I'm going to give it a score at the end of this video. Now, disclaimer, I know some people would tell me that it's because that's what they did last time. They said, but Erad, you can't rank the game is not out, you can't do a review like that. I am reviewing the patch, not the game, all right? So it's just, a review of the bug fixes, the game-changing elements, the quality of life improvements, the overall quality of the patch, as well as the features. That's what we're talking about. This is not a review of Star Citizen. So here we go, guys. Let's get started, and I'm going to talk first about the bug fixes. So it is with great satisfaction that I'm quite happy to say that a lot of all the bugs are gone, especially these old killing ladders. That was really annoying. Every time you were getting into a ship like the Prospector or 325A, the ladders would just kill you. And yeah, that was very frustrating, especially if you were deep inside the mission and you were pretty far into your mission, and then all of your work would have been gone because of that. So yeah, it's gone. Freelancer glitches, also a lot of these are gone. Especially there was this glitch when you were opening the door of the freelancer, the back door, and you would just see some empty space, and now it's just you're just seeing what you're supposed to see, and vice versa. When you were outside and you were opening the door of the freelancer, it just appeared to be empty. This is also gone, so this is also good. Withdrawing missions, withdrawing missions was also something very annoying. Let's say you were 20 minutes into a mission and then for some reason the mission will withdraw. This is also gone. Most missing markers are also visible. Now, sometimes the Pro-Temp mission marker is not visible, and that remains a mystery, but hopefully the devs are going to fix on that, so this is not fixed. However, missions not being paid, this is fixed. Unresponsive drop boxes, I haven't found any unresponsive drop box in 3.5, so that is good. So overall it is much better. Then, however, well, with a new patch come new bugs, and a lot of these were supposed to be fixed in the PTU, but unfortunately have not. I'm thinking of, for example, swallowing pads, ships being swallowed in pads, and when you go back, it seems the ship is stored, but you cannot call your ships, and you are losing your cargo, for example. That is very annoying. The AI is still jittering, which is very frustrating if you don't have automatic gimbals. Pips are also inaccurate. This is probably due to server issues. Legs are still randomly breaking, although this has not been happening to me in the latest, with the latest hotfix. And overall, the current 3.5 gameplay experience is potentially tedious, and so that's why I would give it here a generous 5 out of 10. Now, let's talk about game-changing elements, and 3.5 introduces a lot of new things, especially the new flight model, which, in my opinion, is a success. I know there are some of you, especially some of these ace pilots, so-called ace pilots, who spend thousands of hours in Arena Commander to hone their skills. They have to relearn to fly anymore. Well, that sucks for them, but it's not like they were not warned that this would eventually happen. So yeah, new flight model is probably very game-changing to me. There's a new planet, ArcCorp, with its moon, so there's really a lot to discover, explore, and master, especially if you want to go in depth. Also, there's that new mission giver, Tichapashio, which deepens the notion of two-sided missions, and this brings also new levels of excitement. Personally, I am very excited with all these new game-changing elements that have been introduced in 3.5, and for that, I will give, for the first time in my reviews, I will give it a 10 out of 10. Alright, now let's talk about quality of life improvements, and let's face it, guys, this part is not good. I'm announcing the color here, it's not good. the UI, for example. Let's talk about the UI, for example, which is not visible in atmospheres if the color is not suitable, which is very, very annoying and pretty. It's making it pretty useless, so you got to play it by ear and by sight. Quantum Drive has become overly complicated and needs some simplification despite travel times being shorter. It also makes it worse with the fact that all the servers can't keep up with the amount of data, and this generate major game-breaking issues that many people consider to be off-putting. So unfortunately, yes, you can see here quality of life. They tried. The problem is that when servers are working, which is when they are not very populated, I guess, the quality of life is pretty good, but performance is significantly decreasing, and a lot of very annoying bugs have been introduced, not purposely, of course, and it's very hard to fix them because they need to improve server technology. As long as that is not the case, these bugs are going to remain because they are linked to the poor state of the servers right now. And as a result, for quality of life improvement here, I cannot give anything better than 2 out of 10. And again, here I feel I am being quite generous. Overall quality, well, we've been given a lot of new assets, planets, mood, animations, and characters, and these are really, really amazing. Ever since, there was the Evil Caddy and all these leaks, videos that I posted back then, I was absolutely blown away by all the details and the quality work that the devs have put and prepared for this 3.5 patch. The new flight model overall, and I said that previously, the new flight model overall is an improvement and gives flight a more realistic feel, which in my opinion was also something that was needed. Unfortunately, the scheduled server technologies have not been implemented and have been delayed to 3.6, and people, we are humans, we're not machines, and people tend to focus on the issues they experience at the moment, and we can't blame them for that, which is why unfortunately this is going to decrease the mark here to a 6 out of 10. All right, now let's talk about the features, and we're going to start about the characters. So here I'm going to break down this part into 7 different categories, which are those that you can see on the roadmap. So there's going to be characters, locations, AI, gameplay, vehicles, weapons, and core tech. I'm going to give a grade to each of these parts, and then I'm going to make an average of these grades, and this will be added to the 4 different marks that I've already previously listed. So there's going to be 5 different marks that I will give, and then I'll make an average, and that's how I will rank this update. So here we go. We're going to start with the characters right here, and here we have Ticha Pachio, which is absolutely fantastic. It's too bad her hair is not ready, so she's got this kind of hood or hat that she's currently using right now, but she's looking absolutely fantastic. Voice acting is great. Motion capture is also really top-notch. I was really glad with this new addition. I wish we could have had a little bit more, but that's okay. It's still very good. DNA face customization, it's not perfect, but it's definitely a big plus compared to what we used to have before. I really like I really enjoy the different options that we have now when we're creating our character. So that is also excellent. And playable female characters, well, the hair is a little bit off because we have a lot of mixed gender hairstyles, but overall these playable female characters look gorgeous, absolutely stunning. And I'm going to give overall for the characters a 9 out of 10. Now let's go down to the location, Arcor Planet. Arcor Planet is absolutely breathtaking. It's too bad my computer is getting old and I cannot fully enjoy the extent of all the work that has been done for Arcor, especially at night. But I am blown away each time I'm going to this planet. I am blown away by all the details and just the idea of having a city planet. Absolutely fantastic. Lyria is quite amazing. I did not expect that. It has an interesting atmosphere, but especially it has ammonia lakes, which are these blue lakes that you randomly encounter on the surface of the planets. I like the new geysers that bring in snow there, so that is really, really, really well done, gorgeous. Voila is a bit of a mixed bag here, but we need everything in a verse, right? We don't need stunning places all the time, so I'm quite okay having a place that would be similar to what we have around Crusader with the moon ceiling. This one is a little bit different than ceiling because we have all these quartz around there, but I'm totally fine with it. So locations here are getting another 9 out of 10. I forgot to talk about Area 18, but anyway, it's implemented. I'm putting it at the same time as Arcor. So please forgive me for that. All right, AI. So there's 4 entries here. We're gonna talk with FPS collision avoidance. It works. I've done a few FPS missions, and the NPCs are better at pathfinding, I guess. So it's not groundbreaking, but it seems to be working. Basic gunship behavior. Yes, the gunships do act differently when you are attacking them, and they are definitely trying to use their turrets when they're attacking you, so this works. AI flight model update. Well, we didn't really have a lot of opportunities to check it out because unfortunately, these server issues that we're having are ruining the experience. So I guess it's working, but unfortunately, we can't really see that. The same goes for combat behavior improvement because of the server issues. They appear jittery and buggy, and overall it's not really satisfying. I am not saying that this is the patch's fault, but at the same time I cannot really give it a proper ranking because of the server issues, so I'm going to give AI here a 5 out of 10. Now, let's go back to gameplay. 15 entries there, but you are going to see that it's actually a lot of fluff. Star Marine Daming comes and quality of life improvement. Trying to play Star Marine, nobody wants to play Star Marine, so that's too bad, right? The hit system used to be a big burden in the PTU and in the very first iterations of 3.5, but the more hot fixes we're having, the better it gets, the more the devs tend to be nerfing it. It really needed to be nerfed, and it was nerfed, and I am really glad to see that it's not the burden that it used to be. It's still there, it still needs to be under consideration, but it is the afterthought it needs to be, and that's fine. AI bounty and vital missions, I have never seen them. I've never seen anyone being hunted by AI. I guess this was disabled because of the server issues, so we can't really talk about it here. Vehicle scanning HUD improvement, yes, it works. I've tried it. It's a little bit more effective and intuitive, especially when you are doing these skimmer missions. So yeah, AI distress beacons. Oh yeah, you see them all the time. The problem is that they're not paying very well. These payout missions are between 500 to 800 alpha UEC, so that's not fantastic. Vehicle radars V2, as I had expected, this is a little bit more intuitive and makes me think of what we see in Elite Dangerous, so I'm really glad that this was done. Quantum travel improvements, I have not noticed any improvements, or maybe these are the alarms that we hear and the interdictions. Maybe that's what we're talking about, otherwise I haven't found any improvements there. Vehicle scanning improvements, I haven't used vehicles because they're pretty much unusable right now, so that's pretty useless. Ship system degradation improvements, who cares about this? So unfortunately not very important. Vehicle tech updates, I need to buy in-game Cyclones. Unfortunately I'm not able to review that, but from what I have heard, it is now possible to place a box in the trunk of the Cyclone, so I guess that is an improvement indeed. Group system improvements, I haven't noticed anything. We still can't pay people, so I guess the improvements there that have been done were very minor, and there's going to be more to be done in the future. Nothing really noticeable here. Same with voice over IP and face over IP improvement. It's not working properly. No one is using it, so I don't know what to say there. Distortion damage improvements, enabling distortion damage to work whether used on weapons or on the environment. Haven't seen that. I guess the these effects also must have been disabled because it is inputting too much pressure on the server. So that's why, gameplay, there's actually a lot of new elements, but unfortunately most of them are quite fluffy and not very useful, and because of that I will give it a 7 out of 10 here. Now let's talk about the vehicles, and there's quite a lot to talk about here. We don't have any brand new vehicles in 3.5. We have the Ursa Rova Fortuna, which is a limited skin edition. We have the Hornet Heartseeker, which I did buy and I melted it. It was a major disappointment. It's basically a reskin with a new loadout of laser guns only. The problem is that they nerfed the laser guns, so it's unusable. You can't do anything, especially with that slow firing rate. So a big letdown. Now the 300 rework is in the game, but unfortunately all of the variants 315, 325, 350 are still not in the game, still being polished. They have been polished for a long time. I think that they are waiting for the ship loadout customization on the RSI website to be available so that they can put in the game. That's what I've heard, but yeah, it's not there, so that is quite worrisome. We also have the Misk Reliant Tana, the Misk Reliant Sen, and the Mako. These are the Reliant rework and plus the variants, but none of these functionalities are available right now, so pretty much useless again, which is why I am giving, and I think again that is generous, I think I'm too nice, but I'm giving a 4 out of 10 for vehicles here. Now let's talk about weapons and items. The Banu Singe Tycoon Cannon has been implemented, even though the Defender is not in the game. It is going to be in 3.6. The Gemini S71, which is a nice little assault rifle, and you can shoot single bullets while also zooming at the same time. Pretty nice. I like that gun very much, but I still prefer the F55. That's my personal preference, but a nice addition to the game. They reworked the Galenson Tarantula. Okay, fine. I don't really know why they had to do this, but I guess it was needed, I guess. And the Casting Arms Coda, which is quite a powerful gun, but not very accurate in my opinion because of the recoil, and only has 6 bullets in the revolver. So that is, I guess you need a lot of training in order to be able to use that gun successfully. Anyway, it's not a lot of groundbreaking new weapons like missile launchers, for example, or grenade launchers. So I will just give it here a 7 out of 10. Finally, let's talk about core tech here. Network OCS stall fixes. Yes, OCS, which is, remember guys, this is actually the OCS that we have right now is the client-side OCS. It has nothing to do with server-side OCS. But yes, we have less fixes, and OCS seems to be working faster than in 3.4. I have noticed the progress here. We have the new flight model, which we covered extensively in today's video. Amazing. I love it very much. Projectile Manager. I guess that works, for example, yeah, they talk about that for larger battles, but we don't have larger battles yet, and most of the fights that we see are in closed, confined environments like stations or bunkers, so I haven't been able to test that, but it's great that they have put the physics in the game. Was it really necessary? Is it something that could have been done later? I definitely think so, but again, probably talking about the priorities of CIG is something for another video. Probably this was needed, not necessarily for the PU, but for Squadron 42. Hard surface shader improvements. Again, probably, improvements to hard surface shader to allow greater details on man-made objects. Unfortunately, my computer is a bit old and I can't really focus on these things, but I mean, cool. And performance optimization. Again, when the servers are not populated, like when I'm talking, 15 people, 20 people, the performance is being great, but as soon as we have over 35, 40 people, I'm getting down to 20 to 10 frames per second, as you could see in the M50 video. But overall, all of these issues are again server related, and I cannot really take that under consideration. So here I will give for Cortec here an 8 out of 10, which gives an average mark for the features of 7 out of 10. So let's have a look at everything that was given so far. So bug fixes, 5 out of 10. Game-changing elements, 10 out of 10. Quality of life improvements, 2 out of 10. overall quality 6 out of 10, and features 7 out of 10, which give this patch of 3.5, Alpha 3.5, an overall mark of 6 out of 10. Tell me in the comments down below if you agree with me or not. Do you think that I was a bit too harsh? Do you think this is BS and I should absolutely not review these patches? I want to know everything in the comments down below. All right, now this month I have a giveaway. I am giving away an Origin M50 with LTI. All you need to do to get a chance of winning is to subscribe to this channel and comment to any of the videos that was posted this month. The winner of the giveaway will be announced early June. Good luck to everybody. Once again, this is the Eradicator. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Have a very good day, my friends. This is the Eradicator. I'm signing out.